Let's talk about Tom's favorite subject in the world, one of his favorite topics to talk about. The guy's a true gamer, the Switch 2.
Oh, thank God I can get this video done.
Tom. All right. The Switch 2, man. What a disastrous launch that was. Did anybody pay attention to this? Holy shit.
Just a tiny bit, in that this is Nintendo shitting all over their fan base and expecting them to be thanked for it.
I mean, let's go over some of the things. Mario Kart World going to be $80, so we're raising the price from now $69.99 for a standard price to $79.99. Now, this is a meme somebody made, and it is very funny. Add a tip menu to the Mario Kart World game. That is kind of crazy, because now this sets an industry standard for you to say, okay, well, I'm going to raise my game price up $10. And you know what's even crazier is the Switch isn't even as powerful as a base PS5. And I was watching a video from Call Me Alex, and he made a really good point in there. A lot of developers would set aside Xbox because of the Xbox S and say, well, you know, I don't really, that's holding gaming back. But all these developers now are just pushing everybody out of the way to put a game on this for $80. And I think he's right. It's very telling.
It's a power play, and I want to put out a point on the price as well, because this does set the industry standard, and we are waiting for the next Grand Theft Auto game, which
could be $100.
It's $100 minimum. With this, I'm thinking maybe 120.
Yeah, I totally think now after this that they're going to do $100. Mm-hmm. I think people are going to just go wild with their pricing now. How it used to be during the 16-bit era.
Release a game, a product, see if people buy it. If people are dumb enough to pick it up, regardless of the cost, well, they're going to keep going with it.
This has been so... they've lost control over this conversation. This is stupid. So they have this tech demo. It's called Welcome Tour. It's literally a demo for what the new features are for the Switch, and they're charging for it. It's going to be $6. This, I guarantee you, they walk back and make free. Everybody's making fun of this. Go ahead, Steph.
It should be free.
It should be. No, I agree with you. Yeah. It's a tech demo. Even Sony didn't do this. They gave you the Astrobot game for free. What's it called? Astrobot's Playroom or whatever. There's a PlayStation 5 game absolutely free. It's actually very good if you get the system that comes with it. And it's like a bunch of platformer games, but it goes over some of the stuff the PlayStation 5 does. It's free with every PlayStation. Nintendo's charging for that. A lot of people were giving Sony shit, and it's like, well, they didn't charge for their game. This is the most, to me, this is the most offensive thing, charging $6 for this. I can't believe they did this, and I guarantee you they walked this back and make this free.
Well, actually, to me, the most offensive thing is that chat button.
Oh, it's a credit card button.
Yeah, after March of 2026, if you don't pay, that button is useless.
Yeah, you got to be signed up for the Switch. Yeah.
And if you're not signed up, if you don't pay, then that button is pretty much useless. That feature is pretty much useless. So
people are going to justify their purchases saying that it's because of inflation. Oh, it's inflation, so I've just got to put up with it and buy it. Like, I don't buy that.
Well, they delayed the pre-orders. That was the craziest thing. That happened. So they said to watch what's going on with the tariffs, but they also said to watch evolving markets. Do you think they increased the price?
That would be insane if they do, considering their entire chat was telling them to lower the prices. If they increase it, it's going to be really bad.
So this is their entire... Can you guys read what's going on there? Drop the price.
Mm-hmm.
This went on for 2 straight days.
$33,000 people.
This is their chat for 2 straight days.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing for me is that they don't really need to increase the price. I think with how much shit they actually sell, they could leave the price the same and have inflation do what it does for the next 5 to 10 years, and they wouldn't lose any money if they just left the prices the same. They're just doing this because they're greedy. They're hungry and they want more money. They want more profits.
Yeah,
feel
they
like
think
it's
they
Got
can
kind
get
of
away
nothing to
with
do
it.
with inflation, if you ask me.
Well, I feel like they know that people are going to buy it, so it's like let's just price it at what
Some
we
people
want.
will.
Yeah, like Mario Kart World, if you don't buy the bundle, then you have to buy the game for $80. And it does set an industry standard to like raise the prices on video games, but there was already that rumor that what was it? Grand Theft Auto was going to be $100. And
$100.
so like that they will definitely then put it out for like $100 if Mario Kart is $80. They'll definitely put it out. And it's because like people are so hyped for it. Like they're going to buy it. They've been waiting so long for Grand Theft Auto, then they can price it at whatever they want to, and they know that people are going to run and buy it.
Correct. You get the industry you deserve, and this is going to be a litmus test for that.
To some extent, people run out and buy it because we've seen. So Wii, very successful. Wii U, not so successful. DS, very successful. 3DS was successful, but the launch was a disaster. They actually had to slash the price, if you remember. And this happens a lot in consoles. A company will get a big head and fumble. This has happened with the 360 to the what was the successor to the 360? What'd they call it again? It was 360, then Xbox One, right? Yeah, One. That was a disaster. They fumbled. PS2 to PS3, they fumbled. Wii to Wii U was a fumble. And I think we might see it again with Switch to Switch 2 now. Because Wii was one of the biggest sellers of all time, and nobody bought the Wii U other than me and maybe like 5 other people. I'm definitely a Nintendo sticker guy. I'm going to buy this console.
Flash, real quick.
I can't
real
even
fast.
lie, but I'm 100% going to buy a Switch 2.
Flash,
I'm weak.
Flash, real quick, real fast. You remember when that dude said Leroy Jenkins? You remember that?
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. I want you to finish the sentence for me. Ninja.
Vanish. Yeah, PSP to Vita. I see Adam Rice. Yeah, Vita was a failure, but that's partially because Sony tried to start up the ass. They tried to charge up the ass with those memory sticks. But yeah, we see this a lot. Like arrogant. There's a lot of arrogance here on Nintendo's part, and it might kill them. I wonder, though. We'll see. I don't think the price of the console is that much. It's the games and the shit that they're pulling with the games, I think, is what's going to really hurt them. What do you guys think?
Console, definitely. It's things are going to get more expensive. We are exiting our golden age at a rapid clip, and games are going to become a luxury again.
What is the price of a Steam Deck?
I do not know.
I think it's like I think it is $450, isn't it? Hold on, let me double check.
Someone in the chat will say soon enough. That's really their probably. But the thing with the Steam Deck, though, is you have to buy. So the Nintendo, and this is, I saw people comparing the prices with the Steam Deck in this. If you want to play it on your TV, so $400 for the base model of Steam Deck. Don't forget, if you want to play on your TV with a Steam Deck, you have to buy that adapter, which is, I think, like $70. So is it really that much cheaper than a Switch 2? People forget about that. The Switch 2 and the Switch, they come with that dock that lets you play on your TV. If you want to play your Steam Deck on your TV, you have to buy that adapter that lets you play that on your TV, which is like $70 or something. And I know people will say, well, you could play that on your PC. Well, some people want to play on their TV. I honestly think the Steam Deck and the Switch are kind of different markets. to be honest. But I do think the Steam Deck is a better deal, especially you can get an OLED. Steam Deck isn't 2080p, 120 hertz portable. Well, they say that the Switch 2 is 120 hertz. We'll see about that. I'm not so sure that that's true. I'm not so sure that's true. We'll see. But yeah, this is actually a good post from IGN. The drama surrounding this launch has overshadowed the reveal. Nintendo has lost control of the conversation. What do you think, Arch? Do you think that this damages the launch?
Potentially, but again, it's basically going to come down to how fervent Nintendo's fan base is. Have they misread it? Or do they know exactly how much people are willing to pay for their stuff? In which case is the correct move.
Who on this panel is buying a Switch 2?
I probably will.
So yeah, I'm going to too. Anna?
No.
I'll just wait till 3 of them show up in my PO box.
Must be nice. Can someone send me one?
Yeah, where's my free
Hey!
Switch?
I'll wait for Anna to send me one of her free ones.
Trying to send me one of your 3.
Yeah, free ones.
I still want an OLED. An
Which,
OLED.
by the way, thank
I have
you.
an OLED Switch. It's great.
I still
I'm so
want
pissed.
one. Yeah, I just have my.
I'm so
regular
pissed that they're not. I would pay the premium for an OLED now. And what really pisses me off is in 2 years, they're going to release an OLED model. And you know to God they're going to.
Yeah.
OLED is so much better than LCD.
I have
It's
a
so
Switch
annoying.
OLED on my Amazon wish list if anybody wants to check it.
Yeah, you just got to when you make a video, put your Amazon wish list out there. I bet you some simp will send it.
I know that if I ask for it, I won't get it. But if
Yeah, I
you
won't get
send
it either.
If you send it to Anna, I might. So, like, do that.
Some simp sent Anna like a banger gaming PC.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
It's really nice. I'm still currently using it, so thank you.
I need some simps. Maybe I should do videos in a gay voice. Do you think I could get some gay simps?
Ooh.
Definitely.
Hey, we're going to talk about the recent box office with Snow White.
Just start catfishing everyone, Flash.
Yeah,
Just,
that's what I
like,
should do.
Do an entire, like, what are they called? The animated figures or whatever?
YouTuber.
VTuber. Do that. Put on a voice changer.
Yeah, like Rev says Desu. Like he uses like a female. I have one of his videos loaded up. Hold on.
I can't attempt to do a female's voice without just sounding gay.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, this is going to be my virtual avatar, something like this.
Allow me to point out here, there's loads of female VTubers, but there's a very small audience of gays being served out there. So,
Yeah, I like
You want
watching
to
that.
watch my sausage sizzle on Saturday, you silly sausage? There's going to be no sausages there, but there's going to be a lot of sausages there.
You do that way too well, man.
That's one of Tom's favorite games. I hear hide the sausage.
Now I need to talk like this just to make up for that crap.
Thank you, laughing man. He says we sound gay already. Fair point.
I was gonna say every week something that Rhino says or whatever makes me question his sexuality more and more and more and more. Like this is the theme song at the bar you hang out, isn't it, Rhino?
Oh, the cool oyster in there.
Yeah, see, you knew it by name. I knew you would.
I like pussy.
That's what a gay guy would say.
Yeah, that's right.
you like it, but you don't need it.
Now I know why he kept touching my leg when we were on the Universal tour. On that little bus we rode together.
I was scared. Oh, that's so good.
Hey, I'll be right back.
What was he bringing up here? Zelda. Does anybody know anything about Zelda? Arch, you know Zelda.
Zelda? Why on God's good earth would I know Zelda? It's a console thing. I hate consoles.
What's going on with Zelda?
Maybe the price of it.
I think they're casting a trans boy or something to play him.
Of
Oh,
course
yay.
they are.
No way.
Of course they are. They may as
Are
well
you
make it
seeing that?
black and a woman as well.
Mm.
Oh, are
Okay,
these the enhanced?
Lesbian
Is
woman.
that what these are?
Sorry?
Are these the enhanced edition? Is that what this is? Is he showing the side by side?
That's what he's doing. Yeah, you can see the top corner.
Yeah.
But we can't push play, so
There's an additional fee too to upgrade to the to the enhanced edition. Just
Oh,
more
joy.
money. Pay them more money.
so what, you gotta buy the Switch too, and then you've got to buy something to get the enhanced edition of the game. Is that right?
Yeah, they're gonna. I believe that's how it goes. Like they're gonna offer enhanced edition of the games, but there's an additional like fee to upgrade
Yep.
to the enhanced edition.
That's what I was about to jump into with this video. That's the everyone gives Sony shit, but once again, like most PlayStation 4 games run better on PS5 for free. They're gonna charge you if you want better stuff. So like this Breath on the Wild, if you want these features, you're gonna have to pay. I think they said what, $25. So if you want it
is
to look
great,
like
yeah.
this,
Wow. Yeah, that is a substantial difference.
It really is.
And we've warped here into the woods, and this is a section of the game that has a lot going on, like lots of things to animate.
can even
lots
see
of
the
Korok
frame rate
popping
on the
out,
left
mist
looks
and
way
the
better.
flies dancing in the sunbeams and everything. And
did Breath of the Wild run at 30 or 60? Does anybody know?
Oh, I have no idea.
Did that run at 60 frames per second?
Chat.
20 it didn't run at 20 frames a second. Come on. Someone in the chat will say. I'm not sure if it did or not, but the frame rate looks automatically 30. People are saying 30. Could barely run at 30. So yeah, the one on the left you can tell, at least I can tell, is running at 60 at least. I'm not so sure about that 120 frames a second that they're saying. I'm pressing X to doubt on that one, but I'm pretty happy with 60.
the Nintendo
myself.
Switch 2 handles it amazingly.
I really don't see too much of a. I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes, but from 60 to 120, I don't see that much of a difference. What say you, Arch?
Consoles, all of this is utterly irrelevant to any normal human being.
What is the majority of people playing PC versus console?
I think it's still majority console, I believe.
PC's getting up there though.
Oh yes, it's definitely catching up, but that's also
Especially
because
with the
frankly,
younger
console hardware has
kids.
just remained stagnant. Like it's not really advancing. It's not really offering the bang for bucks anymore. And
Well, yeah,
even
look at
almost
this.
a plug for play is starting to fall behind because Steam is basically the same thing. You download it, install the game, there you go.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I like about Steam so much is you just basically it's pretty much like playing on console, which is what I like about consoles. Just download and play. Steam is great. Steam is kind of the game changer for PC gaming.
Yep. And they stay winning simply by not doing anything.
It's true. Yeah. They have it built in for life now. Everyone's been using it. This is why Epic can never crack that Steam egg, despite giving away free shit all the time. Nobody wants to move over there because all their friends are playing on Steam.
Well, the only thing the consoles have got going for them now is the exclusive games to those consoles.
Yeah.
So that's why Nintendo does so well, because they've got so much exclusivity in their games that you have to get one. Whereas like
exclusivity and name, like because Mario never went woke, it never had any problems. So people are like, "Oh well, Mario. I know what Mario is. I don't need to worry. It'll be Mario."
Mm.
When Gabe Newells dies, though, we are all. His son does not give a shit. He will sell that shit to Microsoft in a heartbeat.
That's sad.
Tom Barry Massa, you'll be able to play, if you get a Switch 2, you'll be able to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Because it's coming to Switch 2. And it'll probably look worse than the PS5 version.
It's super smooth.
Yeah, again, look at the difference in the lighting, the
And
textures,
The improved
grass.
frame rate is
Mhm.
it's just great.
It's really funny to see Nintendo people say, look at the graphics.
Yeah. in awe of it.
Yeah, because they've played against that card for a long time, since what, the GameCube, really? Like, well, we're not trying to be the top dog in graphics, but now check out our remastered Breath of the Wild. Really milking the out of that Breath of the Wild game, by the way.
It does feel like Nintendo is kind of like nickel and diming their customer base with this launch.
It does.
Yeah.
It totally
Like Breath
does.
of the Wild had so many issues, and now they're like, "Oh, get this enhanced edition, but you have to pay for it." We're not just gonna fix
Nintendo
it and
has
give it to you for
always
free.
kicked its fans in the nuts, pissed on their face, and the fans have always said, please, sir, may I have another?
Why do you say that?
Because they always have. They have always created this false idea that it's scarcity and all this other bullshit, and they've made it more difficult than any other council for parents to get their kids anything for. And it's just always been expensive. I don't know why you guys are bulking at the price. I remember paying like $80 for Mortal Kombat back in the day for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I do
Right?
too. I'm not as
The thing
I'm
that
not as hard
bothers
up
me
on
the
the
most
price.
about this whole thing is this online gaming shit. That's the part that bothers me, and games not being done when they're released. I am so sick and
Nintendo.
tired.
Tom,
that
actually,
shit.
usually out of all the developers,
Until when? Now, probably. You watch.
they usually
Because they're
release
switching
finished
over to
games.
console. They're switching over to downloads only shit, and that's what's going to change shit.
There, I was gonna say you're right on. Now the Switch 2, DRM, checking for online. They're doing some of the nastiest shit that people have complained about for the longest time. This reminds me, the Switch 2 launch reminds me a lot of the Xbox One launch. Do you guys remember that shit show?
Xbox One.
Remember?
man.
So there was if you remember the Xbox One launch, when they started showing that off, they were talking about TV, Madden, console, football, TV, complete your TV. Like, that's all they talked about was television. Like, this launch reminds me a lot of that, because they were showing like the camera and these stupid
You're
like
talking about basically when
Kinect
PS3
type
and
games.
the Xbox were trying to compete for your entertainment center, not just your computer or your video games.
yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
It just wasn't so much about gaming. Like, nobody gives, like, when I cringed when I saw them show off that camera. Like, nobody wants this shit. Nobody wants that. Like, that is not going to sell. That thing's going to rot on shelves. Nobody's going to buy that. Xbox tried to do that with Kinect. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that bullshit. That was the stupidest dumb thing I've ever seen, like, since the PlayStation camera.